What's going on with Fallout? Well, hopefully, best case scenario, Todd Howard abandons it and some other company just buys the IP and then we can maybe get a good game.
The Fallout franchise is in a bit of a weird spot right now. It's beginning to seem likely that the next Fallout game isn't coming from Bethesda. Many fans are speculating that we could either see a Fallout 3 remaster.
That is so good! That is so incredibly good. My dream is that Bethesda forgets that they own the Fallout IP. My dream is that anyone, pretty much literally anyone random, just takes hold of the IP and starts making games around it. Because it can't get worse than this. It cannot get worse than Fallout 76. It cannot get more slop than the TV show.
Or even, thanks to some recent news, an Obsidian Fallout. So in this video, I really want to break down what is going on there, but even beyond that, we have to talk about what has been happening with the Fallout TV show. Some recent leaks contain massive implications for Season 2, although unfortunately, things are not off to the best start with the Fallout TV show. Season 2 filming began in November of 2024. They, of course, took a break.
Oh, the fires. If I remember correctly, they are trying to shoot Fallout where the fires are happening in America.
For the holidays, and just this past week, they were meant to return to filming, but then the LA fires broke out.
Yeah.
And as such, filming of Season 2 has been postponed for right now. It doesn't seem like any of the Season 2 sets were directly impacted by the fires, and instead, production was delayed due to air quality concerns. As of
Okay, so this is good, because honestly, I don't think Season 2 is going to be good. Fallout TV show Season 1, 5 out of 10. Lucy's story good, Ghoul good, and everything else is just abysmal trash. Okay? It's an aggressive 5 out of 10. It's really bad. And pretty much the only reason why people liked it was because it somehow hit a pretty big market with just random tourists who have no idea what Fallout is. And now, effectively, because of that, we're getting gay and trans ghouls and, you know, all of those things now. And Season 2 is probably going to be worse because, well, what's Lucy's motivation now for Season 2? Still find her dad or something like that? Kinda. The Ghoul's motivation is find family. And turns out his plan for Season 1 was exactly everything that happened, so Lucy's dad takes him to his family, which is complete BS. So they don't have an idea what's going to happen with these characters. Maximus is just dead weight. Lucy's brother, who is kind of technically the fourth main character, who honestly cares about him at this point, and Buds are stupid.
Right now, it's not totally clear when filming will resume. And as an aside, if you're somebody impacted by the fires, stay safe, stay strong. A lot of my family lives in that exact area, and the updates I've been getting are just tough. But things with Season 2 of the Fallout TV show will be a bit different. Filming has been completely moved to California, which of course is very important as the Fallout TV show literally takes place in California. Lots of the Season 1 scenes were filmed in New York. The switch to California will make the production process even easier and likely get things out a bit faster, and they definitely want this out fast. There are numerous quotes out there from showrunners, producers, or even executives saying they want Season 2 out as fast as humanly possible, leading many.
Yeah, I think Season 2 is going to completely bust. I think it's not going to be even remotely close to as high of a reception as Season 1. And not just because of the storylines being bad in Season 2, most likely. It's just because the tourists are probably going to be gone. Tourists are very, very, very well known to not exactly come back for Season 2, okay?
Need to believe that a late 2025 release date was being targeted, but that definitely seems optimistic at this point. And to me, early 2026 seems like a much more realistic expectation for when the Fallout TV show will be coming back. But we do have a much better idea of where Season 2 will be. The tail end of Season 1 made it pretty clear that things are headed to Vegas, and some showrunners have even said as much.
Yeah. Todds Dream is finally here. He can wipe Vegas off the slate. There's no Fallout New Vegas 2 because it's dead. It got destroyed, and Todd is happy. That spiteful 5-3 loser cuck, honestly. Fallout New Vegas has been his biggest gripe since ever. Because Todd Howard's initial baby was Fallout 3. It was his magnum opus. And now it's, by the way, Starfield, which is, wow. Man, Todd is not having a good day, okay? Not or a decade, honestly. But yeah. And then comes Fallout New Vegas. A game that was made faster than Fallout 3, had less resources, and was received better than any other Bethesda game until that point, and is considered one of the greatest games of all time, one of the best roleplay experiences, and, games in general. And it's not Todd Howard's Fallout 3. That's the reason, by the way, Fallout 3 is getting most likely a remaster, because Todd Howard wants to do everything in his power to just crush Fallout New Vegas. Because imagine how painful it is when you are this head of this giant company. You are also the figurehead of it. You are a celebrity, effectively, amongst gamers. You're Todd goddamn Howard. And your best game is not even made by your studio. It was made by a bunch of randos who just completely blew you out of the water. Oh, man. And this is his chance to destroy it.
Much. Thanks to some recent set photo leaks, we even know more precisely where in Vegas things are headed, as Novak will be making a return in Season 2 of Fallout. In these recently leaked set photos, we can spot a few things. We get a pretty concrete look at the Novak sign, so yes, this town will be in Season 2. You can see some great cons graffiti scattered throughout, which would heavily imply that the cons are a part of Season 2 as well. And I mean, hey, you could even see a Nuka-Cola machine. We don't really know much about the core plot of Season 2, we just know that Lucy and the Ghouls seem to be headed for Las Vegas, and in all likelihood, this will be one of these.
Man, if ever Pernell wasn't British, there would be so much breeding done.
Stops they make as they're venturing off towards Vegas. With how things leave off in Season 1, it certainly seems like Lucy and the Ghoul will be traveling together now, likely to find Lucy's dad, or maybe even just get some questions answered about what's going on with Cooper Howard's family. We still haven't actually seen them at—
By the way, the fact that Lucy is gonna just randomly travel with the Ghoul now is so fucking stupid, because they didn't leave each other at the best of terms. The Ghouls' motives and life choices were proven wrong by Lucy. Not gonna get into their motivations because I like their stories very well. The Ghoul is the opposite of Lucy, and Lucy is the opposite of the Ghoul. And Lucy proves to the Ghoul that he made the wrong choices in life because he did not need to become as much of a brutal killer as he thought that he needs to survive. Great stuff, by the way, I love it. But they didn't leave on amicable terms. The Ghoul just got proven wrong, and then Lucy left. And then they're like, hey you, Ghoulie boy, yeah, you kind of sold me in, like an organ bag or something like that, Mad Max style shit. But, let's go together, sure, why honestly not?
Any point after the bombs drop, and since we are going to Novak, a Boone cameo would be particularly cool, but I don't personally expect anything like that. Season 1 was a full 14 years after the events of Fallout New Vegas, so it's not really clear which characters will still be around or not.
This is the best character ever because she is the only person with brains.
And another filming location was just recently found via a hike. This Redditor stumbled upon—
What is this? I can't tell what is this. Is this like... Is this the drive-in? Is this where you get abducted by aliens? Is this the Mothership Z experience? What is this supposed to be?
Upon a Starlight DriveIn recreation. You can see the projector and screen just like what we have in Fallout 4. And for this set, we get even further footage of filming. We can see Lucy, the Ghoul, and even Dogmeat at the Starlight Drive-In, and this does seem to be a pretty realistic game scene once again. Dogmeat finds something in the nearby area and runs off to get it, likely prompting Lucy and the Ghoul to spend a bit more time at Starlight. This does definitely confirm a few things though. Obviously, for a decent chunk of the season, it will be the Ghoul, Lucy, and Dogmeat adventuring around. I honestly am very excited for this. I think it's going to deliver some—
I wonder if they're not going to be able to just cut through straight to New Vegas because of Cazadors. That would be nice.
Hilarious interactions. And a cool little detail, this drive-in was playing a Cooper Howard movie when the bombs dropped. Some fans have found it a bit bizarre that this is a Starlight drive-in though. In Fallout New Vegas, there is a Mojave drive-in, but Starlight is pretty much reserved for Fallout 4 on the East Coast. The overall aesthetic of the show has been closely matched to Fallout 4 thus far though, so I imagine this was just a design.
By the way, I can't take these fucking blatant lies about the series. The aesthetic is closely matched. Bitch, where the hell is this in any game, huh? Where is it? Where is any of this in any game? This is not even a real thing, honestly, in Fallout 76, barely. Okay? Well, there's no flooded locations like that in Fallout 76. But there's no places like this. Like, this is not the nuclear apocalypse. This is, I mean, Mad Max, but kind of take it down a little bit. This is what this is. Ghouls now turning feral if they don't get this magical fucking piss serum every now and then. Being immune to damage. Like, no. The idea that the Fallout TV series is in any shape or way or form, honestly, even remotely faithful to the lore is just a bunch of bullshit. Even the vaults here aren't faithful to the lore. It's just a bunch of bull, okay? It's
preference to continue this chain. Beyond that, we have had a few more clues as to where things are going to go in Season 2. The actors behind both Chet and Steph have reposted Season 2 filming. Those two characters are stuck in the vault, so this does largely confirm that yes, we're getting more vault content, although that was expected. We saw Thaddeus get some shaped hand molds, many speculating that this is for some super mutant hands, like we could see briefly.
Yeah, most likely. But then again, he turned into a ghoul, and FEV is supposed to... Again, it's like... It's not like this show is gonna follow lore. The people who say that this thing follows lore or doesn't break lore are just... I think they're completely out of it.
In Season 1, Thaddeus gets injected with this mysterious sauce and then starts rapidly healing. Lots of people suspect that this is the forced evolutionary virus, which turns you into a super mutant, which could turn into a pretty...
It technically should be, but in the show they say, oh, I'm a ghoul now, because ghouls are immune to damage, not super mutants. But then again, we haven't seen any super mutants, so... I mean, who knows? I mean, we could see a super mutant ghoul Deathclaw hybrid in this series, which would be honestly kind of cool. But, you know, not lore accurate. But, yes, who knows?
Pretty big plot line. Thaddeus is of course aligned to the Brotherhood of Steel, who despise mutants, and he might be turning into a mutant. As well as we know Macaulay Culkin will have some kind of role in Season 2. As of right now, I'm cautiously optimistic for Season 2 of this TV show. I thought Season 1 was pretty good, not quite prestige TV, but definitely a top-tier video game adaptation, and more so than anything else, it truly grasped that Fallout feel. But honestly, when it comes to Season 2, the vast majority of creators I've spoken to are deeply concerned going into this one. They seem to be taking a very clear line to Vegas. I imagine there's going to be even more Fallout New Vegas lore being affected by this season, and when you couple that with the fact that they're saying they're doing this as fast as possible, I just have to imagine there's going to be some mistakes and plenty of controversy.
Fast and loose, exactly like Todd Howard wants it.
We saw how big of a splash leaving things open to interpretation around New Vegas lore could make with Season 1, and if you hated that...
Oh yeah, I completely forgot that. Oh my god, that controversy makes no sense. And the makers are too prideful to just say, yeah, oops, we kind of fucked up. Because they did. The obvious answer is they just messed that part up. And...
I would expect way more of it for Season 2. And hey, get subscribed. As filming for the show does eventually resume, I'll be keeping you up to date with whatever's going on. But beyond that, I do have a feeling 2025 may be the year for Fallout 76. 2024 kind of was already. This game got a ton of amazing updates.
Oh, Jesus.
Over 2024, and even right at the end of the year, it got one of its most important yet. Gleaming Depths added in these new endgame raids for Fallout 76, so you, and up to 3 others, will clear through several stages of this raid, each having different challenges and even strategies around them, and then it eventually concludes with...
Yeah, this is a lie. You just stand there, get shot. Maybe you go behind cover when you need to use a stim pack, rinse and repeat. That's it.
This epic snake battle. For me, Gleaming Depths is one of the best updates Fallout 76 has ever gotten, which...
Wait, look at... This is the summary of this game, okay? Look at this. Look at this. Yep, wait. Click. There we go. Look at this. Juicehead, level 207. Kai Ribiki. level 6,800. Then we have this guy, level 5,000, level 1,200. This is it. This is Fallout 76 in a nutshell. It's literally only people who have nothing to do better than to play this game constantly. You either go super hardcore fanboy on this, or you abandon this in like 5 hours. Well, 2 hours most of the time. The last time I stayed to play this game, well, tried to play this game, was something like a year ago, and I couldn't last 1 hour. It was just too shit. It was just bad. For some reason, a Scorch fucking beast showed up, and it was 50 levels above me when no one else was around me. And yeah, I was like level 30 or something. And it was so bad. I ran out of stim packs, which is ironic because I had like 200-ish stim packs in my stash, but I chose to only go around with 20. Even that's overkill. But turns out against Scorch Beast, it wasn't. Oh my god, it was so bad. I couldn't last it. And you know, when I talked last about that situation, people were like, "Oh, but did you do all of the DLCs, the storylines? Then it gets good. Oh, did you play it for 50 hours? Then it gets good." Fuck off. Just stop. Just stop. Fallout 76 is one of the worst games ever made. It just is. It's still buggy. Shit clips constantly. Look at this. I don't know how he actually got this done. Honestly, look at this. He's doing the raid, and his whole this side is not filled with just random mission objectives. I don't even know. I mean, it's so bad. Stop. Everyone defending 76 just is coping so super hard.
Which is kind of surprising even to myself. I'm definitely more in the camp of the single-player Fallouts. I like some of these story-focused experiences and that type of content. This is pure multiplayer raids. This new raid is fun on its own, but it's really everything around it getting elevated that take this to the next level for me. Over the past couple of updates, and even in the next couple, Bethesda has been doing this balance pass for the game. This is really the first time we're getting a comprehensive balance pass since ever. But they've tweaked enough, and this raid is enough of a challenge for even high-level players that when you jump in, you may genuinely want to
It's not a challenge.
Experiment on some of the new build possibilities that are out there. So I found myself shopping around at other people's camps on the world, getting my equipment ready for this raid, and just generally trying to try out some new builds. Then I find a team of strangers, and we all spend a few hours doing this raid together. Completing the various stages of this raid will flood you with even more loot and some really good rewards, particularly a lot of legendaries. So while yeah, the battle is tough and you use lots of resources, you also walk away quite well compensated. And this is also the main ways to unlock the newly added 4-star legendary items, which naturally are some of the best items in the game, so you have heavy incentive to continue to repeat this process. And it's that loop, doing that over and over again, making tweaks to my build.
By the way, the reason all of them are in power armor is because that's kind of a necessity. One of the big disasters of Fallout 4 is honestly the fact that it was the first Fallout game that forced you into using power armor. If you were not using power armor, you're technically crippling yourself. I played without power armor, and I have to say, if you play on max difficulty and you don't have power armor, congratulations, one random Molotov, you're just insta-dead.
Meeting strangers and checking out other people's camps in the world.
One rocket, you're insta-dead. I mean, you have a better chance to survive a super mutant suicide.
Where Fallout 76 really shines. You have this comfy community aspect where everyone's just kind of nice to each other, but also some more hardcore content.
That is actually true. The good part about Fallout 76 is the community, because people are nice because they know each other. There's literally so little people playing this game that they unironically, a lot of people know each other, and considering items are so abundant in this game, people are going to see, oh shit, I'll level 20, because level 20 is the new level 1, by the way. Don't ask why, but that's just the way it is nowadays. You start off at level 20 because the original early level experience of this game is so shit that developers just abandoned it. You start at level 20, deal with it now. If someone like level 600 sees you, or even level 200, and you're like level 20, they're gonna drop shit for you. Now, granted, the funny part is they're gonna drop stuff that you're not gonna be able to use for like the next 70 hours. And best case scenario, they drop you like 500 stim packs or something. But other than that, they are nice. The community is nice. It's a lot of coping that the game is good, but it is nice. The people playing the game are actually nice. That is something that cannot be taken away from 76. The community overall is nice.
That you could work together on, and things are really only going to get better on this front. Right now in testing, the next update is going to implement a fully playable ghoul. You get to do this short quest to turn into a ghoul, featuring an entire ghoul community that you could briefly interact with, but this too is going to be a very interesting segment in Fallout 76's lifespan, as the ghoul is really more of a character class for this game. Playing as a ghoul, you'll have access to a ton of special perk cards.
Holy shit, that was an FPV bet. Yep, that's literally FPV bets from Fallout 1.
Character class for this game. Playing as a ghoul, you'll have access to a ton of
your sturdy arms for ghouls, eh? Allow you to reduce damage, weapon recoil, increased accuracy by 15%. Useless. You deal 100% damage to objects and now deal your own and damage your own objects. What? I have no idea what this does. Weights of all chems, including stimpaks, are reduced by 4. That's pretty nifty, but useless. Armor weighs 25% less. Wow, what great cards. Your melee weapon attacks have a chance to cripple limbs. Okay. When your glow is high, make you immune to staggering attacks. That's nice. And a moderate amount
of special perk cards.
Moderate amount of deal 50% more damage with power attacks and bashing. So this is like some kind of melee build, honestly, more than anything else, I would say. I didn't know Fallout 76 has melee builds, to be honest. I have never seen it.
Some abilities are much better on a ghoul, like using pistols. There's this new glow mechanic, so as you take radiation damage, it doesn't actually damage you, instead will add on to a second health bar. So if you take enough radiation, you'll basically just have 2 health bars to go through. The ghoul has access to a bunch of totally new perk cards, and many will hook into some of these new mechanics. So you could spend some glow for some kind of other benefit, and you could actually make a really nice laser crit build as a ghoul. But there's also an entire alternative playstyle by going feral. As a ghoul, over time, this meter is just going to drain. It's your feral meter. As it goes down, your
Oh yeah, because the Fallout TV show again made ghouls go feral over time because of reasons.
Character will get certain buffs and debuffs. So generally, you're going to get better and better at melee, but much worse at range damage. So if you let this drain all the way down...
Oh, look at that. So I was right. Ghouls are just melee builds, huh? Oh. Well, I guess that's actually not that bad. That is technically something new for people who play this game, which is not a lot to do.
You can become an incredibly strong melee player. And to me, I find both of these updates to be really important for Fallout 76 because the game is finally starting to feel like a proper live service product. The meta is changing after years of remaining.
Proper live service product? I'm sorry. When did Fallout 76 launch? 2018. Proper live service product, boys. Literally 7 years old, but yeah, it's getting there. Don't you worry. It's a proper live service product. 7 years in the making.
Meaning stagnant, these new
20 more years and it's almost gonna be a live service proper product, you know? But we're getting there.
The game raids are a genuine challenge and it's very fun to try out new builds at them. The addition of the ghoul with unique mechanics makes me excited for a class-based future in Fallout 76. Like imagine you had options to play as a human, ghoul, super mutant, or more, each with different strengths and weaknesses, and even potentially some synergies between them. And hey, they're even adding another themed seasonal event that's coming early in next year. And I feel like Fallout 76 right now is finding a pretty nice cadence with all of this. Earlier in the year, we get more story-focused content, but to end things off, we're getting more multiplayer repeatable content. And I do think 2025 will be Fallout 76's busiest year ever, thanks to the popularity boost from the TV show. But unfortunately,
the popularity boost has been long gone at this point, by the way.
This game also has massive problems. It seems like in 2025, Fallout 76 really came forward as the monetization avenue for Fallout overall. Xbox and Bethesda aren't necessarily making a ton from this TV show blowing up, but they can make a ton of money by players returning to the games, and Fallout 76 appeared to be the primary monetization vertical for that. As such,
Fallout 76 has pay-to-win mechanics. At the start, they said pay-to-win mechanics 76 don't exist. And the irony of that is that the fact that that's a legitimate statement, that they said they're never going to have anything that's pay-to-win in the cash shop, and a day or two after that, they added something that's pay-to-win in the cash shop. Yeah. And then they said there's not going to be anything else, and a week later they added something else. Yeah, it's not good.
Fallout 76 saw its busiest year ever, but that came with a ton of problems.
And the reason why Fallout 76 is getting updates, by the way, because technically this game has had a lot of updates, is because the people playing Fallout 76, let's actually check. What the hell is this? Oops, okay, wait. Fallout 76 Steam DB. Let me just show. Oh wow, 7K players. That's actually more than I expected. Okay. Let me just share with you the screen real quick. Okay, Fallout 76. Here you go. This is it. 7K players, 11K peak. That's actually not bad. It's technically like growing a little bit. Previously, it was more around 5K previous. Oh, maybe it wasn't. So maybe it's not actually growing. Who knew? But anyway, here's the free week. Here's the Fallout TV series premiere. Here was the free week. And after that, it pretty much rapidly just completely went off. It actually survived longer than you would expect. And then there was the Sky Valley update, the big one, the new zone and whatnot. And again, people just kind of don't care. The people who are playing this currently are just super fans. They are gonna buy everything that there is. That's it. They're gonna buy and they don't care. Another free week here. This is the 3-year maximum. This is the maximum at all. When the game came out, it was absolutely shit. Well, it wasn't originally on Steam, by the way. It only released on Steam in 2020 because Bethesda understood that, well, no one likes their fucking client, and then it just collapsed real fast. The game is, I'm honestly surprised it's doing this good, because this is shockingly good in my opinion for how bad the game is. But yeah, these people just buy everything. That's it. That's the story about Fallout 76. Those people buy everything, and Bethesda knows, and they use it. Can't blame them though. Can't blame them. Anyway, that's the 10 out of 10 video. That was our boy Juicehead. Have a nice day. Bye bye.